What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live here on August the 5th, 2020. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we got breaking news. The Miami Dolphins have their second player to opt out, and unfortunately, it's on the same position. It's at the same position. It's at the wide receiver position. Yes, we are talking about Albert Wilson. So much to talk about in this one here, man. But you know what? It is what it is. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button. We're trying to get over 200 likes on every video so YouTube can make sure they let everybody know that we are live. So do me a favor. Go ahead and punch that like button right now. That's how it works. If you want to contribute to the channel, hit that like button. It's very valuable, guys. Bam! Punch it if you can. All right. But anywho, check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at TDPHINSTALK. Also, you can find my content at DolphinsTalk.com, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to all the Patreon members who dedicate a monthly subscription. We appreciate the love and support. Everybody who donates through PayPal and Cash App, thank you so much. And those who donate via Super Chat when we are live like we are now. Super Chat link is below. And shout out to the Mod Squad. What's up, Mod Squad? I see y'all in the building, man. Special shout out to the first one. I don't know if Josh Fernandez was first today, but it looks like it. Kirk Merritt laughing right now, and Gary Jennings. Hey, slow down now. Don't get ahead of yourself. We going to break it all down, man. Shout out to the homie Larry. Amazing show last night. Y'all got to check out Larry's channel. Finsanity 5, where are you? Where are you? What's up?
TD.
Yes, it's a beautiful day. Let's go.
TD.
Yes, what's talk to me?
I was wrong.
About what? About what?
TD. I think a couple Finsanity moons ago, I said something along the lines that none of our starters were going to opt out, and lo and behold, I mean, if some of us who thought Albert Wilson was going to be starting in that slot, I was wrong. And hi Vic. And to me, when that happened, I didn't believe it. I follow him on Instagram, and it's I think I see 12, and I think I won't see him this year on the field. So that's something I'm not going to say. I have really high hopes for the competition between Grant and Wilson, and the speedsters bringing the best out of each other. But he had to, he's. I'm sorry, I just saw what Don Dwayne said. Don Dwayne said, sorry. I saw what he had to say, about his family and them being more important. So I can't, knock it, but I was wrong.
What did I say? What did I say yesterday?
TD,
what did I say yesterday for Saturday?
TD, I didn't get to watch the stream yesterday because my power was out.
Shame on you. I said it yesterday. Albert Wilson is contracts like Albert Wilson may opt out. I said the only person on our roster who we should be scared to opt out is Xavier Howard, because that one will hurt. That one will hurt only because you want to know what you have in him after the injury. And if he carries that in the next year without knowing, he's still on the books for longer than we expected if he doesn't work out. But I said Albert Wilson is the guy that he may opt out. He's on a 1-year deal, Finsanity. I said all these guys on a 1-year deal and all these guys on a 2-year deal with only 1 year guaranteed. We face the risk of them opting out. Albert Wilson signed a 1-year, $3 million contract. But what people don't know is that he would have been a $5.2 million cap hit, because his $300 million contract plus he got 1,000 guaranteed, okay, and an average annual salary of $3 million. But okay, his base salary is $2.1 million. Okay, his roster bonus is $700,000. Workout bonus $25,000 and an incentive bonus of $1 million, which will give us a cap hit of $5.2 million and a dead cap value of 2.33. So, ladies and gentlemen, Albert Wilson has pushed his contract to next year. That's all it is. So basically, he has a guarantee. He will be a dead cap next year of $2.333 million with the base salary of about $2.1 million. So he's going to be on the roster next year. That's what he's doing. He secured his roster spot. Well, let me be fair. First, he protected his family.
Yeah.
First and foremost, he made sure that his family was protected. I don't want to seem like I'm being like this guy that's just judging everybody, but he did protect his family. Shout out to him for that. It is what it is. No problem with that. We want to make sure we're straight on that. But what he does in the process of protecting his family is guarantees another season next year with the Miami Dolphins, where he will be a cap hit if he reaches his incentives of $5.2 million. $5.2 million cap hit. Now, here's what I'm getting nervous about, Finsanity.
Okay.
The guys that aren't under contract next year are the ones that's opting out.
Right.
So what that means is with the $175 million cap space, and these guys opting out, now whatever cap space we had next year, subtract $5.2 million from it. That's what you got to do now. You see, that number is going down. Every person that opts out, go ahead and subtract $5.2 million from the contracts for next year. I mean, if this continues, man, if you get a few of those guys we just brought in that only have the 1 year guarantee or whatever it may be, listen, we won't have any cap space next year. We won't have any cap space next year. So that's what's happening in this situation. Now, I know we're going to get on who's going to take his place, but
yeah.
How do you feel about that cap situation?
I'm not too worried. I like the foundation of the team that we have. I think pretty much who I want to be here next year is already, I guess, locked in for the most part. Thinking about Devontae, I think Preston's locked up. Thinking about Byron, we'll see what happens with X depending on what he does. Bobby's still going to be here. You got the young rookies on the defensive line coming in. I think we have Van Noy for a little bit longer, and Agba. So I think we're pretty much set. I think it's going to be more like the guys like Breida, who's going to want money. And like, can you imagine he goes out and balls out and he's like, hey, listen, I need to be paid for my services. And we're like, well, see, what happened was a lot of players opted out. So now we're carrying the money that we thought we were going to have for you next year. Somehow it's still on our books this year because they got to stay on the roster. So we can't. So it's about the guys who are on contract years, who are going to stay and could potentially prove it, such as Breida, because a lot of us expect him to have an amazing season this year. I think you have him having the most yards for us, passing, and receiving and rushing this year combined, and touchdowns. I think if I remember your whole, running backs, slideshow. So a guy like that hitting the market, especially if he stays healthy, it's going to be those guys who you don't want to let go. Like, where do you find the money for him at? And I think Karras is going to be out next year. So we're trying to figure out whether I guess Jesse Davis or Michael Dieter is going to be our center. But could you imagine if Karras goes out and balls out and builds that chemistry and really holds down that center position? And he's like, hey man, listen, I did y'all a favor once. I was, we don't know what was talked about in negotiations. And he's coming to the table like, hey man, listen, I want to get paid too, especially, going through, I guess, this, pandemic. We don't know when this thing's going to end and we're losing money. So it's about guys like that, like, veteran guys who you don't want to lose. I mean, we're young and those guys are locked up, but it's the veteran, experience in the locker room and on the field that we could, possibly be losing next year. But then again, we're going to have to see how much it's going to cost us next year to move off of these guys. But is there like contract, like secured, like their spot on the team, or are they still allowed?
They can cut them, but it's counterproductive because you're taking a dead cap hit that's almost worth their contract.
Right.
His base salary is $2.1 million, but you're going to run a dead cap of 2.3 because his roster bonus and all of that, some of that stuff is guaranteed. Right. So it's like counterproductive to cut him. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I'm listening. I'm learning.
Now here's well, we're going to transition into the most important part about this. You know, thank Albert Wilson. We wish you the best. It is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. Okay. But the most important part of it is, what does this do to our offense? What does this mean for the undrafted rookies? I'm excited, actually, Finsanity. Believe it or not, I'm excited because I was so worried that guys like Kirk Merritt, like, you know, the guys that we brought in. I'm a huge Kirk Merritt. I like Kirk Merritt.
Yeah, a lot of people
got
do.
other guys.
A lot of people do.
We have some other guys on the roster, but listen, Kirk Merritt's my guy. I've watched too much of his film, and I kind of like I said, he got that Dez slash he's that guy to me. I'm just saying.
He's just that guy. Okay, listen,
he's that guy. I like his game. We got some good young players, man. But Gary Jennings, you got Mac, all of these guys. The reason why I was not happy about the way things were going was because no preseason. You know, this acclimation period, they're only going to have 4 weeks on the field with contact practice. You know, Preston Williams last year showed us what an undrafted rookie can be, because wide receivers don't come. They don't. I mean, they come. I mean, you can find some really good wide receivers that no one knows about. It's just a matter of scheme fit and those type of things. And we got some really good young guys that I felt like were going to be overlooked and not get the chance Preston got because of what's going on with COVID and everything. And 4 weeks, the starters get in the reps. It is what it is. Now all those guys will get a look. Hearn's contract told you he was probably going to make the roster.
Yeah.
Albert Wilson's contract told you he was going to make the roster. That's 2 of these guys gone. Now you got room for 2 of these young guys. You know why that's important to me? Because now we get to see if they are worthy or not. Because if they're not worthy, then it's happy to know that instead of having an Isaiah Ford on the practice squad every year and then moving them up on occasions and getting, intermittent play. Now we get to see that full circle and these guys get a shot. So the Preston Williams and the Nick Needhams of the world, Merritt and all those guys, they got to do it for them. And I think that and out of all 3 or 4 of those guys that we have, all we need is 1 to show up and be the guy. We might get 2. I'm just saying, Finsanity, because if we do get 1 or 2, guess what happens next year? Miami might say, I'll give you your dead cap money. We want to go younger because these guys are cheaper anyway. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And we might go ahead and start moving on with our future and let Tua or Rosen or whoever it's going to be get the reps they need with the young future. Start growing up with specific guys, and they're together for years and years and years to come. I'm excited about this. I mean, it's not like, yes, Albert Wilson's gone. I mean, we're going to miss Albert Wilson. He's a very productive player when healthy. But at the same token, man, this gives those young guys an opportunity that we couldn't have asked for it to be any better. Well, in my opinion, I'm just saying, because now Hearns and Wilson are insurance for next year. Think about it. Now we got insurance policy sitting on the shelf. That's how I look at it. Talk to me. Tell me what you think.
First of all, personally, I see, everybody trying to say, bring in Josh Gordon, bring in AB, and, all that. Those are, fine names. Those are very good wide receivers. You got AB with the 8-game suspension, so I don't know which I wanted to do for the first 8 weeks. And then Josh Gordon, I like Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon can really ball out. And he would be really good for Tua, especially starting week 1. You would have, oh my gosh, 3 big guys across the board that can move any and everywhere, in the offense. But why are we not really giving Jakeem Grant a chance? Like, no one. Listen, I told y'all. Listen, TD. Like, if you ask me if I would rather have Josh Gordon or Jakeem Grant, of course, Josh Gordon, right? Like, that's just a no-brainer for me. But why are we not? Like, everybody's, throwing Kirk Merritt's, hat in the ring. And listen, I'm here for the competition. I'm here for our undrafted free agents to come in here and ball out. Listen, the more Havoc, you're right. Sorry, but let me Havoc, let me get through this. But to me, I would love to see our undrafted free agents succeed, because guess what? We're going to be more likely to get the bigger name undrafted free agents who may have been dealing with the injury or fell because of like some off the field issues. And Miami seems to keep bringing the undrafted free agents who have the off the field issues in, but they're not seeming to have those once they get here. They're focused and they're ready to go. So the fact that they know that they can come here, compete, possibly get on the field if they are the best, that's great to me. I think that's one of the strongest things we have going for us is our ability to say, hey, man, listen, if you want to come here and compete, we could have a roster spot for you. We don't show favoritism based off of contract, experience, all that. If you're the best guy, we're going to play you. So going forward, it's good that Miami is establishing this relationship with these undrafted free agents, especially if the turnover is that they're getting on the field more often than on other teams. That's great for us because agents are going to be looking like, hey, man, listen, Miami's doing a great job of getting these undrafted free agents on the field, even though they have veteran experience out there. But why are we not giving Jakeem Grant a chance? Go ahead, TD. Someone said Devon Best might come back. Jesus,
oh my God! First of all, you're right, Finsanity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not writing. First of all, Grant's gonna be on this team. Okay. Yeah. The man, listen, he should be the happiest person in the building right now. Grant should be the happiest man in the building right now because now he's going to get an opportunity to go all out and possibly, I'm not going to say that he will, but he's going to get an opportunity to reach his goal. And he's made it clear his goal this year is to prove everybody wrong and basically be an elite wide receiver in the league. That's basically what he's saying in so many words. And a lot of people were clowning him saying, okay, well, a lot of people love Grant and they believe in Grant. He's fast. He has hands. At the end of the day, he is yet to put it all together to be a major impact on the team yet. So he's going to have his best opportunity this year to do that. The problem is he just has to make sure he doesn't get passed over by any of these young guys because that will be very embarrassing if he's not in the first unit coming out of the slot or something. I mean, what people fail to realize, first of all, Jakeem Grant is an outside receiver.
Yeah, he is.
We look at his his size that's small and automatically say he's the slot. He's an outside receiver. Mm-hmm. He's not starting outside.
No.
Unless some more breaking news comes. So now it's a matter of, is he still going to be the backup on the outside returning kicks? Or is he going to be like, coach, let me get some of them reps in the slide. Let me be that guy. I could be that guy. We don't know. That's yet to be seen. But this is a plus for him. He should be very happy right now because, and for the record, ladies and gentlemen, the Miami Dolphins ain't hurt on receivers.
No.
This doesn't hurt our don't get me wrong. It definitely reduces the talent that we have on the receiving core, but you still got your starters minus Albert Wilson out of the slot. But like Finsanity pointed out that I was saying last time, Matt Breida, this is why I first off said that he was going to be the lead guy. Not a 3-down back, but he's going to have the most productivity because he's the one who by far catches the best out of the backfield. And in the open field, nobody can touch this guy. I could see him getting reps at the slot at times. He's going to be the guy that eats. Matt Breida is going to be the guy that also benefits from this situation. But again, all it takes is one of those young guys to step up. Isaiah Ford might even be that guy that gets that nod this year to be a primary guy. Who our receiving core ain't hurting, y'all. So let's get that straight now. I don't want people to think this move, oh my gosh, man, now we don't have receivers. Should we bring in this person? Should we bring in that person? We're still fine. Yep. What's the difference from last year when Grant and Albert Wilson was hurt? The only difference is Albert Wilson is opting out and Hearns is. Who do you prefer, Grant or Hearns? I don't know. I'm not making a choice. Y'all tell me. Who would you prefer, Grant or Hearns?
Ooh,
Y'all let me know in the comment section. I'm not touching that one. I'm not touching it. I just want to know from y'all, who would you rather, Grant or Hearns? But that's my whole point behind it all, man. We're not hurting at the receiving core, especially since Preston Wilson has been given the ticket for a clean bill of health and cleared for football activities. No limitations were discussed. No limitations. That's what I was worried about. He cleared for football, but he has limitations. We're only doing this with them, doing that with them. No limitations. So come on, y'all. Our receiving core is just fine. The only thing that sucks about this situation is next year how it might affect our cap. Only time will tell. We got to sit back and see what it does. But what I'm scared of, Finsanity, is who's next? Who's next? Jakeem Grant, by the way, in his contract, he's going to be on this team. He's a dead cap of $2.4 million this year, even though he's a cap hit of 4.3. With the receiving core, why save the $2 million just to give him 2.4? Next year they have an out. He makes almost $5 million, but his dead cap is 1.8. So next year they can move off of Jakeem Grant. And let me tell you why I like this about Jakeem Grant as well, this situation. This is good for the Miami Dolphins front office because now this guy can tell you if he's legit or a fraud. Or he is who he is. 400 yards a year, little punches here and there. You know, this year it will at least tell us, because if he's not going to take that next step, that new contract, we can go ahead and cut him next year, give him a check of 1.8 and say, we thank you for your service. We're going to save our 3,200, especially with what's going on with this cap situation. Thanks for your support. Bye. See, this helps us determine things sooner. We get answers sooner, man. Somebody said if Tua opts out. Tua ain't opted out, man. If Tua opts out, he got to do what's best for his family. But boy, oh boy, y'all don't even want to be on that stream. You don't even want to be on that stream. I'm going to leave that alone.
Tua's not opting out.
He's not opting out. He out there running, man. He ain't opting out, man. But do you see anybody else who's of high risk or potential to opt out, Finsanity?
I know Bobby's going to be here, and that's one of the important things for me. Making sure that Bobby shows you guys that he is going to play on this team and be a starter this year, especially on the depth chart. Do I see anybody else that's a high risk? Honestly, even Wilson surprised me. You know me. I felt like all of our starters were, going to be here. So to me, to try to think of someone off, no. Do I think somebody else will? Possibly, probably. I mean, I think a lot of guys may be thinking about the future, but as far as like saying like, oh, this started, like I'm thinking across the board, no. Especially the guys that we brought in free agency, I don't expect any of those guys to opt out. So I think, like I said, as far as the starters are now, I think we're pretty set. If anybody else, it might be like a second, third string guy, but not someone who we deem as a possible starter. And I'm sticking with that.
So
because I need all of them to be out there.
So why do you think Bobby wouldn't opt out?
Bobby's a team guy.
But what if he wants to do his best for his family?
Excuse me?
I mean, he could do his best for his family. I'm just saying. I'm looking at Bobby's contract.
I'm looking at it. Okay.
And he's the perfect candidate to opt out. This is the last year of real guaranteed money for him.
Yeah.
Last year, and he has a dead cap this year of $5.2 million.
And he's going to get every single dime of that guaranteed money this year. Bobby's not opting out.
See, here's why I say that. Next year, he has a cap hit of $7 million. and only a dead cap of $1.4 million.
Okay.
That's a chunk. If he don't show up at the safety position this year, knowing that Noah might be the future at that position, if Bobby doesn't show up at the safety position this year, them scissors coming out. He will not live out that contract.
Why? First of all, you think Noah? You think Noah's going to be the one to go to safety? You don't.
No, I'm saying they're probably going to invest in a safety, or you got Strawbridge, man.
You have who?
Man, I don't know why I just said the man.
Right, I'm like, he's
escaped my head. Oh my gosh. Why did it just escape my head like that? I said Strawbridge.
You said the lineman, but I'm letting you be great today, TD. Strawbridge.
Hold on. I cannot
think about Jones, the guy from Texas.
Yes. No. What's his Gosh, hold on.
Okay, talk to me. Take your time.
I don't know why.
Noah does ball, period, but I don't think they're moving him to safety.
Wait, what's his name again?
Brandon Jones from Texas.
Why am I thinking Strawbridge?
He's a lineman.
I know. I don't know why I'm mixing those two guys now.
Listen.
But Brandon Jones is the future, man.
Yeah.
Bobby's in trouble. Bobby might.
Bobby's going to get all his money this year.
Let me tell you something. If Bobby opt out, you know why.
Listen, if Bobby opts out, y'all not gonna
man. But here's the thing, man. If you really look at these guys' contract, right? Here's how I feel about it. Like, and I could be wrong. This is TD speculating. I love to make sure that I say that ahead of time so y'all don't think I'm being too judgmental, but I am speculating. When you look at a player like Allen Hurns, is he a part of our future?
No.
At this point, is Albert Wilson a part of our future?
No.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like the reason why it's smart for them to opt out, right? First of all, they push their contract to next year. So they're going to get their money. But they get their money, they're good. But for any reason we say, okay, we're going to cut them and take the cap hit, now they got their money and they go sign with another team for another contract. That's just smart to me, so it's like insurance by sitting out the year. It's insurance. So it's a smart move because both of them can still make a roster in this league and help a team. It's just a matter of, how much help. I mean, I don't think either of them may start at this point. Albert Wilson may start on the team, but this is a win for them. This is a win for them, man. So I think that's a huge reason why one would want to sit out as well. So this is, it's a way to actually possibly get even more money if they are cut next year. They're going to get that walk out the door check. Plus they're going to get that, the new contract, or the Dolphins could just straight up trade them next year. If they find any suitors, they could trade them. I wonder would they be allowed to trade them this offseason or any point? I believe they can. They're still under contract. A team would be trading for that player to be on their roster next year. So I don't think anybody would do it until after the season is over. But I believe they can trade him and still your player under contract of next year. So I could see both of those guys being potential draft day moves. Trading draft picks with the player. It's possible. All of these things come into play now so that because I'm telling you, the Dolphins are going to want to have as much cap space as they can next year. Okay. They're going to want to have as much as they can next year. But this also means, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to pay attention to something. Doesn't this also mean that we have more cap space this year now? Because if their salaries are forwarded to next year, that should be opening up cap space for this year to sign another player or just moving it forward to next year. So that's a plus as well. Our cap space right now is going up. I think we only had like 8 million left. But after these two moves, I believe we should have somewhere around 16 probably. Well, 14 or 15 left. So the cap number is going up when these players opt out. So that's interesting as well. Will they make a move this year to secure anybody? I don't know, but this is all stuff. This is just a lot going on with these moves like this. And all I'm doing is keep hitting refresh to see who's next. Anybody, I didn't get your answer though. Anybody on your mind that could be next, Finsanity? Outside of Bobby? Nobody?
Bobby's not mine. And to everyone, listen, my deepest goal is that somebody steps up in training camp to be the safety so that Bobby can get moved back to his natural position. However, if no one steps up to do it, don't beat Bobby up because no one else took the reins and were natural. Like, you brought in safeties. You brought in safeties. If the safeties we brought in cannot beat out the guy who's not a natural safety, we have a problem. I don't want him. I mean, I want Bobby on the field because I know what he can do on the field. But if he's better at another position, of course. But if Bobby's our best hope at safety, that's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Oh, Godshaw, there we go. That's the guy. Thank you, Havoc.
Balaj, your ex. Balaj. Ooh, that's a good one too. That's interesting.
Oh man.
That's interesting.
I can see it because I can see Balaj. But see, like I said,
Balaj don't want to opt out. He better not opt out.
Here's my thing, because I said starters. Like, I don't see any starters.
Yeah. Okay. Balaj can't opt out because if they cut him next year, he got to worry about even getting picked up by anybody. But you know who would turn everything upside down and have everybody going crazy? There's one player that if he opted out, it would send a ripple effect that we do not want. Could you guess who that is?
Is he on offense or defense?
I ain't telling you. One player. Put it in the comment section if you know. There is one player that can send a ripple effect through the whole franchise that'll be a head scratcher if they opted out.
A head scratcher? A head scratcher.
Yes.
Everybody's saying Fitz.
Yes, Fitz. Think about it. Fitz opted out. He's guaranteed on the roster next year for $8.8 million, 8.5. So we got another year with two young quarterbacks. Not only that, now you're staring Rosen and Tua in the face. Now I want to know what all don't start Tua. You say, hey, imagine Fitz not being on the roster. What are all the don't start Tua people gonna say?
They gonna get into the roster. TD, don't even put that in the air for them. I don't want them to have to go through that.
Insanity. What are the people that says don't start Tua? Let them learn. What are they gonna say if Fitz opted out? And Rosen has to be the guy. Oh, they gonna be nervous all year.
TD.
Hey, no, they ain't gonna be nervous because they gonna change their tune. They gonna say, man, start Tua. Hold on. What you mean start him now? What happened?
TD, you gotta listen, TD does not have a hatred for Fitz, I don't think.
No, I don't hate Fitz.
Weird. Everyone thinks if you're not like,
why would I hate Fitz?
I don't even hate Fitz. I just
don't
see him as my starting quarterback. That's it. But that's not hate. That's just my opinion, hopefully. But TD, don't do that. Don't do those. A lot of people listen, half the fan base would be happy and half the fan base would be like, what? Like, so at the end of the day, I don't see Fitz opting out. Like he says, he wants to be out there on Sundays competing. In his interview, even when all this was going down, and that he was gonna he made a commitment to helping to get acclimated, even though I still don't know anyway. Not gonna go back to my saying. So I don't see Fitz opting out.
Yeah, I don't see it either, but if that happened, insanity.
No, it's not gonna happen.
It would be crazy. Close the door, Carter.
Wow. Pete said everyone go on the web and tag Fitz to opt. He's not opting out.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy, man. It is crazy. I just can't imagine that happening. Do you know what that would mean? Dolphin fans everywhere would just be going crazy.
No,
because think about the consequence of that.
See, to me, I don't think it's a consequence because I wanted to get better at the QB position.
Okay, then who starts if Fitz opts out, Finsanity?
Whoever wins in training camp. That's always been my energy. Whoever wins.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Fitz says he knows he's a placeholder for Tua.
Byron Jones just opted out.
You're lying because it's not even on my phone.
Oh my gosh.
TD, you're lying. I know you're lying. TD, you know
my gosh.
Chat would do this. Chat would have went off. The chat.
It's happening.
It's not, TD.
Unfortunately, I have to do what's best for my family, for all my Dolphin brothers and brothers around the league. This is the best decision for me that I have to make. April Fools. No, I'm just playing, y'all. He ain't opt out.
Whoever wins, CD, that team starts.
Oh, they get nervous, man. This opt-out stuff got people playing hot potato. They scared. I get it, though, man. It's crazy.
Terrence Tolbert said, wouldn't be surprised Fitz has a lot of kids. Listen, if he did it for his family, then, hey, that's cool, you know.
Oh, they mad at me. They say not funny. Oh, man. Hey, man, y'all got to have some fun sometimes, man.
Not during the opt-out. Not during the opt-out session, no.
Oh, my God.
TD, the mod, something more, I guess, important. The mascot has spoken, and they want Esteban to join the mod squad, and they don't understand why he's not.
I don't know why Esteban ain't a mod either, man. I think Esteban be changing his name. That's probably what it is. I just added him as a mod, man. Man.
Tim, you can't do things like that to this fan base. We've already been through enough. We've been through enough, believe me. So
I know.
Hi, DM. How are you? I just noticed DM.
The homie DM in the building, man.
But no. People talking about the Heat. Let's go Heat. I had to say it. But TD, no. I think Balaj should opt out.
Word of mouth said Fitz needs to opt out. I want to see Tua versus Rosen. Listen, you know what? That would bring even more division with the fan base. People will be wanting to fight there, man, because it'll get intensified. Oh. See, they got Fitz in the middle being the mediator to make everybody's narrative work for them. But if Fitz wasn't in the room, oh my God. Now that's what's funny. I would ask all the Tua, the people who give all the excuses for Tua, I would ask them then, if Tua doesn't start, does that say something about him now? That's what I would ask them and see what they say then. If it's just Rosen and not Patrick.
Kidding.
Yes.
Listen, just let it play out. Let's sit back and enjoy it all playing out. Like, I feel like there's too much like going on, like static energy in between it all. Just listen, best man will play. Because
I agree.
I seen the man out there running and he looks fine running. So to me, there's no excuse. Zero excuse available.
Listen, we're going to find out one way or another, man. We're going to find out. We're going to see who gets to start. But listen, Albert Wilson bites the dust. We're going to see who's next. Hopefully no one else is next because this is just, but it doesn't hurt the team, y'all. Of course, you lose a weapon because it might make you thin if injuries start to take place. So we hope no one, gets injured and we remain healthy. And the only messed up thing is once you opt out, you can't come back in the season. So it's not like a middle of the season return or anything like that. His contract is officially pushed to next year, and it is what it is. Y'all, please hit that like button. We got 100 likes, but we got 182 people watching. You can help out the channel by punching that like button. Go ahead and give it a 2-piece and an uppercut. Like. Just go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Show your love and support. We got our 3 dislikes, especially when I ask for a like. You always get the dislikes, the haters. But thank you so much to the haters. You are always in your place being validation. All right. The haters are validation, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate them.
Hey,
Open the door for the youngsters. Huh?
A quick question for you, because a lot of people are beating me up about this. Have you been watching the Heat ball out?
I wouldn't say the words ball out.
Oh,
I saw them get I saw them get a little measly win last night. You know, I watched that.
Without our best player?
Ball
measly
out
without our best player. Okay.
Well, actually, y'all are sometimes you're better without your best player.
Oh, man.
Because it usually doesn't have that outcome whenever Jimmy Butler starts. But that's a whole nother conversation. Shout out to the Miami Heat and all the Miami Heat fans. It's all good, man. It's all good. We're going to see in about a week and a half when this regular 8-game play-in is over. We're going to see how everybody handles it from there. All right?
I hope we have the Pacers round 1. That's what I want. I would like to see the Pacers round 1. And a lot of fans, like Heat fans, know why we want that energy with the Pacers round 1.
Ooh, we'll see.
That makes me nervous. He's not the smallest guy on the field.
Well, he looks like the smallest quarterback on the field for sure. You saw them running next to each other. I ain't know Rosen look like he's taller than Fitz.
Listen. Even with all that, we know who our starting quarterback should be. A lot of us understand who our starting quarterback should be. It's just some people. Who should be our starting quarterback?
Yeah.
Tua.
Oh, okay.
Tua should be our starting quarterback. Even with all that, he should be our starting quarterback.
I agree. I think he's the best quarterback on the roster.
Don't matter to me.
But I think Josh Rosen this year is going to try to prove otherwise. You think Josh Rosen got it in him to prove otherwise?
I was talking about this last night. Yeah, why not? Why? I think it's like this. And that's what I love about our team and the competition, and everything's gonna, like I say, let it play out. Like I was saying last night, Josh is the type of guy, he's not trying to make waves, he's just trying to find his place in the NFL. And that's all he's trying to do. And I feel like here he probably has the best chance. I mean, here and maybe Jacksonville, but I think Jacksonville's sold on Minshew and possibly someone else next year if Minshew doesn't ball out and they lose a lot of games. But they kind of stripped their defense, and even Yannick still wants out, so there's a lot going on over there, especially on the defensive side of the ball, to try to ask our offense to carry it. And I mean, you should never ask an offense just to carry it. But I think Josh understands, like right here, he has a fair shot, fair shake, and all he can do, and this is what I'm hoping, is go out there and, do his best, push the other guys, because if Josh is out there balling, that means other guys have to rise too. And if you really think Tua is that much better than Josh, and Josh starts showing some progress, and, the other guys are in the room looking like, oh, Josh is really like coming for it, it's only going to push and motivate him. You should want every single person to come out and give their best effort, best energy, period. Minshew opted out.
Is that true?
I don't know. Somebody just said it. I'm just reading it. Maybe Gordon. I doubt it, because he's the starter. He knows it.
But, I mean...
No, he was just on the COVID list. That's it.
I know Travis Benjamin opted out yesterday.
Word. I know Deion
This
Jordan's
is crazy.
going to the 49ers.
Jawan James opted out, by the way, for the Broncos. That's pretty funny. I'm trying to look at this tracker to see if there's anybody that were Miami Dolphins. Oh, shout out for the donation from Powerhouse TJ said, you heard it here first. Giannis to the Heat next season. Also, I hope you guys and your families are staying safe. Fins up. Shout out to you, Powerhouse TJ. We shall see, man. That'll be interesting if that happens. If anybody can get it done, Pat Riley can.
And learn how to make lemon pepper wings. Okay.
What happened?
Said Josh Rosen can learn how to make lemon pepper wings. That's what somebody said. Wait. So TD. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Oh yeah, I'm about to get out of here and then come back later. Because I already know we're gonna have some more news today. I kind of feel it.
No, it's gonna be a quiet day.
I hope so.
Be quiet.
I really do hope so.
Should Miami pursue Antonio? My opinion on it, Blake McDonald, no.
Antonio Brown? See, everybody's going to start this. They're going to start with the articles of receivers Miami can pick up to fill the void. We don't need to. Give those young guys a chance. Let's show what they can do in a Changeli offense. That's my take on it, man. But anywho, any last thoughts for Insanity before we get out of here?
Shout out to the people who are still backing Rosen. I really admire you guys, standing on, your own 10 toes, on 2 feet. Hopefully he goes out there. And what's the name? AB, why not? Why?
Flores ain't gonna have time for that.
He can go to the Ravens. I'll be okay with that. I mean, it's gonna make him deadlier, but go ahead.
Nah, I'm gonna fall out my seat if Devontae Parker opt out.
He's not.
I know, man. That would be crazy. But anywho, man.
One last thought. Shout out to the Heat. Shout out to Duncan Robinson finally getting that ball to go through the bucket because that Raptors game was kind of shaky, bro. But keep doing you. And to the Heat, I think we play again tomorrow or something like that. Let's go Heat. That's what we have right now. TD, stop hating. Your Lakers play tonight. Hopefully they can get a win over the Thunder.
The Stars probably won't even play. They already sealed the East, the number one seed. They could lose every game and they still the number one seed. So they'll probably play 5 minutes or something. It is what it is.
First half. We're gonna play. LeBron's not letting nobody take days off. That's LeBron's. LeBron's not letting anyone take days off. Maybe the last game, but while this thing, nah.
I might even go. I might go live for the game.
6:30, the game starts. But listen, TD, I tried to tell you. You know what? We, the Heat Nation, tried to tell you. Look out for our boys. We're no slouch. It's never an easy win when we get out there. That defense is something different. Them shooters are something crazy. Don't sleep on us. Patriots round 1. I know people want Philly, but Patriots round 1. We'll deal with Philly second round.
Told y'all, ladies and gentlemen.
Have that energy against Jimmy.
I told y'all, time will tell. All right. This is TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, man. Y'all hit that like button on your way out. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Fins up, everybody. Peace. We out, y'all.
Let's go. Heat.